Hey, a quick little video here. There was a question asked, and there was a statement made in the question that was not actually the question. The statement was that I'm going into business with my brother, and so it's very common to start a lawn care business and have a partner. In fact, I have a partner in my business as well, and partners can be very good, especially if they have different skill sets than you. If they have the exact same skill set as you, it can be frustrating down the road. There's going to be a day where you're running a successful operation. If you both can do the same thing, it just can lead to problems, honestly. So if you can find a business partner that has an opposite skill set to yours, so let's say you're the sales guy. If you could find a good guy that'll run operations, that can negotiate and work with employees, run operations, then you've got a good fit. If you're both the same personality, it may be exciting and fun at first, doesn't work out so good long term. So you got to be careful with partners. Relatives, really careful. I would be very concerned about being in business with a relative. But they can also work out wonderfully. So if it goes well, hey, all the better. That would be wonderful to be in business with a relative. So I would say that if you're just getting started, think about a couple things. Lay down some rules now if you can. I know they're hard conversations, but have some conversations and write down some of it. This is what we agree to. This is how much you own. This is how much I own. This is what you're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And if you don't do these things, maybe you're not going to be part of the business. Set some ground rules now, because there's nothing more frustrating than feeling like you're the partner that does everything, or you're the partner that built the whole company and the other partners aren't doing anything. And I've been very fortunate in everything I've been involved with to have really good partners. So try to find people that you like, that you trust, that are just good quality people. You can usually work out the details if they're good quality, honest people. If you question anything about them, if you question anything about their integrity, if you know anything in their past where in that moment of an opportunity to make a lot of money that wasn't completely ethical, they went for it, or in the past they didn't have good judgment on a deal because they wanted the deal so bad, and so they sacrificed their integrity, or any of that kind of stuff. If you have a hint or a gut feeling that, hey, they've done that stuff in the past, but I don't think they'll do it again, run from that partnership. That is a bad deal where you are going to pay. Imagine, think of it, if you're married especially, think of it as being married. You got a partner, it's like being married. And partnerships go bad, and the divorce is as nasty as a divorce with two people that are getting divorced that were married. And it's really tense when you're talking about lots of money. Partnerships are great, but they can go bad when you make a lot of money, and they can go bad when you don't make any money. So be very, very careful. I recommend in a partnership that you absolutely set up an LLC or an S Corp or some kind of an entity where the ownership's defined. I recommend you write down what each person's going to be responsible for. I recommend you have a buy-sell agreement, so that you have an opportunity to buy that person out of the business down the road. Define what they're responsible for. Also, I recommend that as soon as you start making money, you put in place a key man policy if you depend on that person. So if that person, something happens to them, they're killed, or they're injured, and ultimately if they die, you need to replace them, or you need to buy out their spouse. Key man insurance policy will help you accomplish that. It'll help provide the money to buy out the spouse. It'll help provide the money to go hire somebody to replace your partner that you lost. So be thinking very hard about who you go into business with. I promise you the day will come when you're successful, or when it's all falling apart, and it shouldn't be falling apart, but when it's successful, there's going to be a day, if you chose the wrong partner, that you're going to want to know how in the world you can get out of the partnership, and it's very, very difficult. And partnerships can destroy a lot of business. So not discouraging you from being in a partnership. Just go into it with eyes wide open. Know what you're going into. Know the risks. Know that a lot of them go bad. A very, very high percentage of business partnerships go bad. If you're going in business with a relative, run it like a real business. Don't make any don't give up anything, because it's a personal relationship in terms of setting up agreements, what's expected of each other, ownership, define it all from day one. Run it like a real company, where one person's in charge of one area and another person's in charge of another, and you can measure the responsibility. Don't run it like a family, run it like a business. And then I think you'll have a chance for success. So just wanted to mention to be careful with partnerships, and especially with working with family. Define everything up front. Good luck.